Sabrina, and I'm here with Chef Kevin and our famous Irish resident Siobhan. We're here today to make soda bread. So I was under the impression that soda cake or soda bread was made with actual soda, like Coca-Cola.
It's not?
Obviously you're not Irish.
No, I'm from the South.
Irish soda bread gets its name because it also has baking soda. About 1 teaspoon per cup of flour, as our resident authority has just pointed out. So the first step we want to take here is to add all the dry ingredients, which include a teaspoon of sugar.
Makes the medicine go down.
It does. And a teaspoon of salt. And finally, we're going to go with 4 teaspoons of baking soda to match up with our 4 cups of all-purpose flour. We want to make sure we get these mixed well together before we add any of our wet ingredients.
Siobhan, so when did you move here from Ireland?
In 1957.
Oh my God, I was 3.
See, I'm vintage.
You are indeed.
I'm vintage Irish, so we used to do this in the country kitchen. This was the only bread that people knew was Irish soda bread. The soda is used with the buttermilk because it creates the leavening agent that yeast gives a normal baking. So that's the reason for the soda. And the people in the country years ago, they just didn't know what yeast was.
Now that we have all the dry ingredients mixed well, we're going to add the butter. And for butter, we have 4 tablespoons of butter.
This is a very rich one. The Irish don't put butter in all of theirs. They just make it with the flour and the buttermilk.
But if they had more butter, they would have used it, right?
Yeah.
So
when I grew up, it was rationed anyway.
Siobhan, make sure that Chef stays on track.
Well, he's very hygienic in the way he does it, because we in Ireland, we take the butter in our fingers and we rub it into the flour.
Well, I did that with the scones we just did,
Oh, yeah.
so I was thinking I'd try the spoon this time.
It is kind of messy.
Well, now we're ready. Our flour is well sifted along with our butter. At this point, you can add currants, raisins, or cranberries. Which one do you prefer?
The traditional one is raisins.
But cranberries are okay?
Well, in America they are.
Oh, good, because that's what I've got. A cup of dried cranberries.
Well, you know, this bread was affectionately known as spotted dog.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of the raisins, they always said the wives stood at the door and threw the raisins from the door. There were so few raisins in it.
Okay. Well, the spotted dog here is well mixed now. We're going to form a little bit of a dish in the flour, and we're going to add our wet ingredients, which are 1 3/4 cup of buttermilk.
What is that, Chef?
That is buttermilk. 1 3/4 cup.
I thought the first thing was buttermilk.
No.
I couldn't fit all of it in one container, so I had to use 2.
You can tell I'm not from the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then 1 large beaten egg.
This is especially rich.
The residents here at Wynwood are worth the richness.
Okay, well, you know, the old Irish, they couldn't spare the eggs.
They must have made a really bad bread, huh?
They made it what they called a very simple spotted dog.
Well, I'm glad you're able to be here with us to have a good bread.
Yeah.
Now the directions, or the recipe now calls for mixing this dough with a spoon until it becomes too stiff to mix anymore. So we're closing in on that now.
And then he's going to have to use his fingers to knead it.
Yes, he is.
So Kevin, Chef, can I touch it?
You want to get your fingers dirty?
Yes, sir.
Hop right in there. Show us how it's done.
Ew. Am I doing this correctly?
No, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
But you need a little flour to get all that stuff off your fingers. You dust her with flour so it'll come out.
Where did we get her?
I don't know. Not the kitchen.
She's got half of it on her fingers.
Is that better?
Yeah, you're improving.
Thanks, Siobhan. Cut.
Practice makes perfect, Sabrina.
Well, Siobhan, I need to come to your kitchen.
I think I'll finish it off here, make
Yeah.
sure it's kneaded
Okay.
perfectly.
Okay.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to watch that.
Don't let her take all the good stuff away.
All right, now. So,
You got to bake your fingers, I think.
just hop in the oven.
Can you tell me how to get this off, Siobhan?
A little flour should help.
Okay.
Uh,
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Chef.
now the bread is properly kneaded.
Almost. You're
Not-
dripping it out here.
It's running away.
You missed
Oh,
it.
a raisin.
You missed it.
Get that back there. All right, now if you would sprinkle some flour on the board for me.
Sure. Is this enough? Or do you
No, a
need
little
some
more.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Then you place the dough on the floured table and form it to whatever shape you like. We're going to go with a semicircle.
A semicircle?
What do you think?
That's a circle.
Is it?
Yeah.
We're going to go with a circle.
That looks
I
bad.
guess I don't know my
You
geometric shape.
won't be able to put a cross in it if it's a semicircle. This is like an enlarged scone, right?
That's exactly what it is. It's the world's largest scone. Now, Siobhan, if you would pick up that knife on the shelf right there,
Yeah.
I'll let you do the honors of
Okay.
cutting in the cross.
Okay, here. This is going to be a good one.
So you want to cut almost all the way through in both directions,
Now I'm going to do it cross.
horizontally,
So we make four
quadrants.
quads, and we used to call them in Ireland farrels.
Well, if we did our job right, we preheated our oven to 425 before we started this madness, and we will put it in the oven until it's done. That's usually about 35 to 45 minutes.
Well, aren't you lucky you're not in Ireland? You'd have to tell us centigrade.
And what's that, 425 centigrade?
220.
220. There you have it, folks. If you're watching this from Europe, 220 Celsius.
Oh, are we gonna try this?
Oh, I hope so.
Well, let's find out if it's as good as it looks.
It looks great.
What did you say you called it? Spotted dog bread?
Yeah, there's a spotted dog. Oh, you're very generous in your cut there.
Well, I was going to cut it again.
Okay. And we always used to fight it. As kids, we always fought for the crust.
So the ends are good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's got that nice crusty flavor.
Well, in that case, you get the crust today, too.
Oh. Oh.
Now we need
I'm
your humble
special.
opinion.
I'm special. I got the first piece here. Oh, it's still hot out of the oven. That is really, really good.
Well, there you have it, folks. Irish soda bread and the true Irish woman from 1957 here in this country to taste our soda bread.
We will thank you, Chef. You did
Thanks
an
for joining us.
amazing job.